got that! I got all of it. Oh my God. I got all of it. Dude, what was that? What was that? Oh, that's
mangled, absolutely destroyed.
Look, here he comes. He's eating him right here. Oh my God! Oh my God! What is that? Is that a sailfish? That's a huge sailfish, isn't it? On your mouth your way.
What's up, Land Shark Nation? So yesterday something pretty cool happened. Captain Bouncer Smith out of Miami, Florida, very well-known captain, legendary captain down here, big in the swordfish game and stuff. He was out on a charter when one of his clients hooked a sailfish. They were fighting it and it was like 30 yards away from the boat, and all of a sudden 500-600 pound Mako comes up, grabs the thing, jumps out of the water with it still in its mouth, mangles it, annihilates it. I mean, blood everywhere. You guys will see the video. I'm gonna post a link to it. But needless to say, so they get it close to the boat. The Mako's still following the sailfish and destroys it. And I think they ended up getting half the sailfish back in the boat. And whether or not you're interested in sharks or offshore fishing, I mean, this is just an incredible sight to see for anyone. And it just goes to show you, like, no 2 days in the ocean are ever the same. Fishing is an ever-changing sport. You never know what's going to happen, and I think that's why it's so appealing to so many people. And we're fortunate enough in South Florida to have great captains like Captain Bouncer Smith, who will give you the trip of a lifetime. So I'm going to interview him. I'm actually going to call him in a few minutes.
Captain Bouncer.
Hey, are you ready for the interview now?
Yeah, now we're all set.
All right. So what were you guys targeting that day?
Well, we were targeting anything that would bite. We were live baiting in 100 to 200 feet of water. We hooked a sailfish. And he was acting like any other sailfish, but he had stayed down deep a lot.
Yeah.
Then he came up jumping, and the jumps were... As he jumped, they got more aggressive than normal. And then all of a sudden he went underwater, and he bolted across the line of pressure. In other words, he was to the east of us, and he bolted to the west of us. And then what really caused that bidding to be possible was that we were seeing big turbulence on the surface with no white water, just boiling water.
Okay.
And my mate and I said, "What in the world's going on down there?" And one of the customers had his camera in his hand, and when he heard us talking about something strange is happening, he started shooting. And 4 seconds after he hit the record button, the Mako came out of the water with a sailfish in his mouth.
That's amazing. So
that was the most amazing thing about this. For a fisherman to see something like that happen.
Yeah, I find it amazing that he jumped out of the water.
What was really amazing, the guy was standing with the camera in his hand.
Yeah, and isn't it amazing that he actually jumped out of the water with it still in its mouth?
Oh yeah, I mean the whole thing was just mind-boggling.
Yeah. Did you get the fish back at least?
Excuse me?
Did you get any part of the sailfish back?
We started aggressively pulling on the sailfish, and somewhere in there the Mako bit the tail off, and like a quarter of the fish. And while he was swallowing that, getting it out of his way, we got the sailfish to the boat. We stuck it with a kingfish gaff, and we were holding it over the side, hoping the shark would come back. And my mate started making a rig to catch the shark, and sure enough, while I'm standing there holding the sailfish on the kingfish gaff, the shark's up there chewing on the sailfish on the side of the boat, ate another quarter of it.
Wow.
And then we cut off, and then by then my mate had a rig made. He cut off a chunk of swordfish, threw it out there, and the sailfish, and the swordfish immediately engulfed that.
Whoa.
And then we played with him for probably a half an hour, maybe a little bit more, on a 65-pound outfit.
Okay.
And we got a jump out of him. We got him up to the boat a couple times and debated killing him and decided we didn't want to kill him, and watched him swim around the boat and carry on, and then eventually just playing with him, he finally wore through the monothermometer and he was done.
So you guys actually tried to catch him?
Well, we legitimately made a catch on the fish.
Yeah.
We had the fish next to the boat. Matter of fact, my mate has video of him next to the boat, where you could have easily actually gaffed him with a flying gaff
Yeah.
or stuck him with a harpoon, which we had both on board, but we'd already said we weren't going to kill him, so.
Yeah. Man,
It was quite the show.
I don't think your customers are ever gonna forget that day.
Not a chance.
No, that was a once in a million lifetime experience.
No doubt about it.
No. So I mean, have you ever seen any type of shark other than a Mako attack a sailfish? I mean, they're supposed to be the fastest fish in the ocean, so I couldn't imagine it happening with any other shark.
Well, we had a sailfish hooked in the middle of the side.
Uh-huh.
And a 250-pound silky shark
Okay.
bit it right next to the boat, and actually it would have been every bit as good a footage, but it was in the very early 70s. But the lady did have a 35mm camera with an auto wide, but she was so shocked watching it happen, she forgot to push the button.
Wow.
And that one
Yeah, I
was right
bet.
against the side of the boat, so.
That's insane.
Apparently these Makos follow the large schools of sailfish as a consistent source of food.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's
So-
what a guy Harvey says anyway. He's
Yeah.
certainly an authority on that kind of stuff.
And if people want to find you, where do you charter out of?
I started out of Miami Beach Marina, right in Government Cut.
Miami Beach, and how long you been doing this for?
My 50th anniversary is in June.
Wow, so 50 years. So you got some time on the water under your belt.
Sure do.
Sure do.